Hell yeah.
I like when you start recording, like it brings up a thing and it's like approve and got it, or just leave the meeting. Like you're just like, it's getting recorded F, but I'm out of here.
I gotta
I
go.
just
You know, you're recording
like
me. There's evidence of it, that I was here. I gotta go. Yeah, I mean,
just easily.
one thing that we do enjoy is people knowing that they're being recorded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if they
That's
don't, then
fair.
they might not have a problem with it. Like, so Mark, what were you on? And then I have July 15th, 1922. Like, that was
Whoa,
a long time ago.
1922.
Yeah, it
Damn.
was a long time ago. I guess he wasn't born yet.
Go way back.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to the Hypothetical Comedy Podcast. I am Funky Sam Medina.
I think you have to do it again because I was sniffing right before you said it. I'm sorry.
You let me say the whole thing. Hey, what is up? Welcome to the Hypothetical Comedy Podcast. I am Funky Sam Medina.
And I am Athena Rodriguez.
And we're here today joined by comedian Mark Anthony. What's up, Mark? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing good. Glad to be
Great.
on here.
Thanks for being here, man.
Ooh.
How's life out in you're in New York? Are you in New York? Where are you?
No, I'm in Chicago.
You're in Chicago. I wasn't even close.
Not even close. No,
Not even close.
I mean it's
How's life out in Chicago these days?
We just got over some of the coldest parts of winter, and I survived it, so I'm happy about that. And
Yay.
spring's probably another 4 months away at this
Yeah,
rate.
right.
You
It's
know?
still gonna be pretty cold. The Windy City. That's what they call it the Windy City for nothing. Are you
Yeah.
a native to Chicago, or are you how long have you been
Yeah.
there?
I grew up in the suburbs, and then when I was 18, I went to college in Chicago at DePaul University, go Blue Demons. And then I just never left after college. I just stayed. So it's about going on 24 years in the city, uh, 16 years in the suburbs. I was born in Texas, but I moved when I was a baby, so I don't remember any of that.
Oh dang, that's cool. What part of Texas were you born in?
Dallas Fort Worth.
Nice. Have you going back to visit? Do you have family out there?
No, no. My parents lived out there for my dad's job at the time, and like one of
Oh
my
wow.
uncles lived out there. Yeah, so they moved, but they were originally from Chicago, and so they
So all your
lived out there
family's in
for
the
like,
Chicago area.
yeah, yeah.
That's
My
cool. Oh yeah.
Chicago and Indiana-ish. And then my mom's family, her extended family is all still in Italy because that's where she was born. So
Oh wow, that's cool. Have you been to Italy?
no, I have not.
Oh
I really
man.
want my relatives visit us, from Italy. They come and visit, but I haven't gone to see them. My mom has. My mom does, but I haven't.
Wow, that's super cool. Is there anything cool about like your household growing up that was like a traditional thing from Italy that you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, we it was interesting that my grandparents, when they came over, they were, I think, in their 40s even. Like, so they had a bad time in World War II in Italy, and that's why, like, they moved out after in the 50s they moved out of Italy and came over here. Uh, but yeah, like my grandparents, kind of broken English their whole lives. Never, they spoke English but spoke fluent Italian. It was definitely second language, and did all the stereotypical things like left all the plastic on the furniture and the
That's not an
plastic carpet
Italian
rug.
thing. That's a grandparent thing.
I guess so, yeah. They
Typical
definitely did that.
grandparents.
Definitely did that. And good food though. I can't complain about the food. I feel like I was
Oh,
lucky.
I bet, man.
Oh, I can only imagine. I was looking up different recipes for Sunday gravy or Sunday sauce, and I really wanted to get a good one. And I don't know if it's like an Italian thing, but nobody could agree on which one was the best one. Like each one was like thousands of different recipes. They're like, no, this one's the best one.
That's part of the culture is somebody finds a recipe and that's what their family likes, and then everything else is wrong.
Yes.
That's kind of like which is good because it overlaps good with Chicago food culture because it's the same way. You can't make a recommendation Like you probably know Nico Lukoff, the
Oh yeah,
comedian that
oh
moved.
yeah.
He moved to Michigan, and so he's close to Chicago, and
Oh,
he
I
was
didn't know he
just
moved to Michigan.
yeah, he's out in I think
Oh wow,
Lansing. I think he's in Lansing now.
nice.
And he's like, I'm going to Chicago for the weekend. What are the pizza recommendations? And I just give one, and then a complete stranger just starts a fight with me. Like,
Oh,
like,
dang.
and it's like one
Well,
of the
why
most
you're
revered
wrong?
pizza places. Yeah, a stranger I never heard of was just like, that's garbage. Don't send them there. What are you doing? And I look, and they're not even from Chicago. I'm like, stop it. Come on. Like, any food discussion turns into a massive fight in Chicago and probably amongst Italians too. And amongst Italians in Chicago, probably the worst.
Wow, that is incredible. We should look deeper into that someday.
Yes.
The food
You
wars of
should.
Chicago. Hell yeah. What is some of the Chicago like food? Like the Chicago deep dish. Like I've never
Yeah.
actually had I've seen them on TV. That looks like it's just a bunch of sauce, right? The sauce goes on top or something.
Yeah, sauce is on top.
It's
Usually you put
weird.
some places put the meat all the way just it goes dough and then a layer of sausage and then a ton of cheese and then sauce on top and then
Wow.
you cook the shit out
I've
of it.
never had that.
Yeah, it's pretty. And then so then even bringing up deep dish as like a Chicago food thing is then there's the debate over is it even traditionally like I come from the school of thought that traditional Chicago pizza is thin tavern style, square cut. Uh, and then the deep dish. I mean, and people are like, oh, Chicagoans don't eat deep dish. I do. Like people that say if you live like there's too many deep dish places in Chicago for tourists to support. Like there's like 60 like just in the suburbs too. So it's like, oh, somebody's eating it. Like nobody's staying out in like Naperville on vacation, keeping Lou Malnati's in business. No, we eat it. We just don't talk about it. It's a shameful thing, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Nobody in
That's
Chicago.
great.
Then there's
So
Italian. Yeah.
it's like the Chicago wars are worse than the worse than the mafia. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
no, this pizza's better. Hell yeah.
Pizza, Italian beef, hot dogs, everything comes down to a fight over
Oh
it.
man, I gotta go there and try some of this food.
I'm willing to fight in that
Food's great.
fight.
I recommend it.
I have an
Just
uncle who
just
lives he lives in Waukegan, Illinois. I've never been there, but maybe
yeah,
I'll try to go there one day.
it's not that the Waukegan's not far. It's just north. It's on the lake. It's nice.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds like a nice area. Hell yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, so Mark, how did you discover and kind of fall in love with stand-up comedy?
I started so I actually did improv first for a little bit.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I signed up. It was like totally like a midlife crisis thing where I was 29 years old and then I saw there was like a group on like a discount on Second City improv classes. And I was like,
Oh,
all
okay.
right, you know what? I'm gonna turn 30. I was always like, I would go to improv and more improv even than stand up at the time. And I was like, I always want to do it. Looks easy, right? Anyone could do this. Sign me up, give me the class. Uh, so I signed up, and at the time I was like, well, I'm gonna be going to this class once a week. So I asked my wife if she wanted to do it. She was like, no, but like let's then she kind of reluctantly agreed. So me and my wife signed up for an improv class at Second City. And then about two classes in, I made friends with a few people in the class, and they were doing stand up. They were going to open mics, and they were like, "You really should go to these open mics. Like, you would like it. You're funny. You should try stand up." So, uh, probably about 6 months into doing improv, started doing stand up, kept doing improv. And then probably after about 3.5 years, we started our own troupe. We were doing bar shows. We were getting our group on stage and doing stand up on the side after about 3 years. I kind of quit both for about 2 years and then uh, got the urge again. I was like, I'm missing the stand up part of it, not the improv. The improv, and the reason is the improv, you have to organize everyone, you have to organize a group of people being somewhere consistently, and that's hard enough.
Yeah, I'm sure that is.
Like once a week, we got six people got to get together. That's really hard. So I was like, I could do this by myself. I reached out to the people from my class that I started doing stand up with to be my co-host, and I found a bar and we started a mic, and that was 2014, so that was 10 years ago.
Wow.
Started. Yeah, started a mic in Chicago that's still going Sunday nights at Reed's Local, 10 o'clock. Plug right there.
Hell yeah.
That's incredible. So did you say you did improv with your wife? You guys did it together?
Yeah, we were in the same group. We went through the classes together. Then started taking classes at the Annoyance Theater, and then hired our own coach. We hired a coach that we would meet with once a week because they're just like, okay, these classes are kind of expensive, right? These classes are like $300 for 4 weeks, and they
Oh,
try to get you to go
dang.
through like five of them,
Oh
to
man.
graduate. And then you get like a 10-minute show for your family, and it's like, okay, you know what you could do? You could pay one of those teachers like $25 for like 3 hours or like for like an hour to come meet with you and just tell you why you suck or tell you what's good.
Yeah.
And you could rent a space for like $10 an hour. So we did that. And some of the teachers were
Wow.
great. And we would like rotate through teachers too, and a lot of them were like really awesome and went on to do cool things. So
That's rad.
That is really rad. That is really rad. That's cool. What was it like to do it together though, like as a couple?
it was fun. Like I think we were like we the fun thing was like outside of like our shows and stuff, we would just like improv at our house. Just like we would just break into scenes, and it was like probably should have just recorded those. Like that was
Yeah,
before podcast for 2 days, but like 11
that's
o'clock at night,
hilarious.
we'd have a couple beers and we would start going into characters and then just go do it for like 45 minutes.
That's fun. That's fun.
It's a good bonding exercise, I think.
How did you feel?
Yeah. But
How did you feel when you were transitioning into doing the stand up? Did you feel like improv was a good way for you to prepare for stand up?
to some extent, like you realize how much stand up depends on writing. Like you have to get your writing down like to
Mhm.
Yeah,
be good. Some people go up there and wing it, and then over time start to realize that you have to write a lot. So it didn't help too much with that, but it got over like being in front. The public performance part of it. I think improv got me over that. So by the time I was doing more stand up, I was like, no stage fright. This is fine. I don't really care.
yeah, that's cool. That's a good. It kind of helps you get rid of stage fright and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like addressing the stage fright part of it before the writing part. So you can be confident and not funny. Like it's how you start out doing stand up coming from improv.
That is, I mean, no, that really is how you start out because the first thing you really need to do is be comfortable on stage, and then you can find your voice once you're comfortable on stage.
Mm.
So absolutely, for the most
And I
part,
changed my
everybody's different.
I'm never
yeah,
comfortable
I
on stage. I'm always
you
sweating,
never
nervous.
well, I think there's always like that's part of like what I when I talk about like stage fright and anxiety with people that have it is like part of it's just a physiological response. Like it's your fight or flight response, and that's gonna happen
Yeah,
like no matter what. And then it's just like the more that's going to happen and the more you're comfortable, like, yeah, my body's going to do this. I'm going to sweat. I'm not, I'm going to get tunnel vision, things like that. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, just like, it's
that's
coming,
true.
right?
That's a good point. Yeah,
Hmm.
you know what you're gonna go through, so just embrace it and just yeah, and don't be freaked out by it.
Yeah. Cause
Yeah.
when, like, I don't know, when you first started, especially, it's like, you don't know what it's like to be up there. And even the first few times, like a lot of, I remember even other comics when they do it for the first times, they like just don't remember. They're just like, I don't remember what I was doing up there. Like you almost just like kind of blank out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's cool. And then you started a mic pretty early into doing stand up. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I was probably in it for about 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for 3 years. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. That's cool. What was it? How was it like starting from a mic?
It's been it's a roller coaster. It's
I
a roller
bet. I
coaster.
bet. That's wild though.
It
You
is
said started when 20, what year? 2014?
yeah.
And it's still going to this day, 10 years later.
Yep. Still
Hell
going.
It
yeah.
survived
That's
the pandemic and everything.
awesome.
Yeah, we moved it to Zoom after about a month or two, I started seeing Zoom mics and I was like, you know what? Let's bring it on to Zoom, which
Oh,
was cool.
wow.
And
Is
that's
it
where I've
is
been
it fun simulation?
yeah.
Oh, I did that one on Zoom a bunch of times. That was fun. I remember
Yeah.
I really
Yay.
enjoyed that mic. So yeah, tell us about how you started that mic.
Yeah, so yeah, there was I moved to a new neighborhood and I went to a bar that had just opened and they had a back room and they didn't have anything going on and I was like, you know what this bar needs is an open mic just to absolutely ruin the owner's faith in humanity. And then we did it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we picked like Sunday night because it's just a dead night. It was one of the bartender's nights of the week. She's husband's or she's wife of the owner, and she's a fan of it. So um yeah, pick a dead night, pick a place that has a separate space to do it so no one's walking in through the front door directly on stage. At the
That's
time we
cool though.
started,
There's like a separate room.
yeah, it's not really here's the thing is it's like it's a back room, but it's open to the front. So like I would prefer I would tell anyone starting I'm like find a space with a door that closes. Like find one that's a completely separate room or a basement. A separate room that's open is fine. Like, and a lot of places do that, but ideally being able to shut out people that are having comedy, surprising their Sunday night drinking, and then thinking it's an interactive show happens quite a bit. It's we like it's probably once a month somebody has to get kicked out. It just comes
Oh
down.
wow. That's fun. That's fun. That's some real fun simulation right there, kicking people out. So tell us about like what
Yeah,
was behind like the name Fun Simulation 2000.
oh, I don't know. We were just like we had like our start date and everything, and we had no name, and we just kept throwing names out there. And I like kind of like the Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
I like retro future stuff. So, me and one of the co-hosts were just shooting ideas back and forth and ran with that. Uh, yeah, I started it with two people that were in my improv class, Mike Coffey, and Tom Castelny. Both of them are no longer doing comedy. Both of them got married, moved to the suburbs, and are probably enjoying life more than people struggling through the scene to some extent. So,
Yeah, right. They're probably eating deep
and
dish
I've
every
gone through,
day.
yeah, I've gone through, yeah, probably, I've gone through probably about six co-hosts, and right now I don't have a co-host. So,
Okay, okay, that's cool. That's good. I mean, I get the co-host probably helps you keep it fresh a little bit. It helps keep
Yeah.
things moving along and stuff.
yeah, they bring it, like as you host, and if you want more people to come, the more co-hosts you have, the bigger the network of people that you're like, hey, come on down to this thing.
Absolutely. That's cool, man. Hell yeah. So what was it like for you once you started doing comedy out in the Chicago scene?
I mean, it's good. It's a close scene, and it's always interesting being like, initially starting, I guess 13 or 14 years ago, 2010 or 11 is when I first started seeing like the people who are kind of like, at the top and getting booked every night were the people who like I remember their first set. I remember seeing them go up for the first time,
Yeah, I
and
feel
now
the
they're
same way a little bit about our scene too, because we've been doing it for a while. And then we
Yeah.
see people come in and like kind of like blow up a little bit sometimes. And it's like it's crazy, it's exciting.
yeah, and then I feel like there's like there's a constant turnover of that in the scene, especially Chicago's where a lot of people move out. People go to LA or New
Yeah.
York when they feel comfortable for more
Bay
opportunities. So
Area over here. Yep.
yeah, which is nice, but it's like especially since COVID, there like I feel like there's a distinct new batch, like Gremlin's the new batch of comedians that started in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that. It's just I feel like there wasn't a lot of there wasn't even a lot of mics for in 2020 and some of 2021, and a lot of rooms turned over and a lot of mics stopped and new ones started. So it's interesting navigating the scene now when it like before COVID I knew what nights everything was and who was hosting it, and I'm just like, who the hell is this guy and where the hell am I like when I go to a place.
Yeah, same. Before COVID, I had like made a list of all the mics, what nights they
Mhm.
were, what times to sign up, so we could just you because you can go mic to mic to mic sometimes, and so I would have all that stuff planned out pre-COVID. Absolutely, yeah, that's cool. So, what was it like for you when the pandemic hit and then everything kind of shut down and you put your mic on online?
Yeah, I did. What I did first was I tried a few different things before actually moving the mic online because I was remaining hopeful that like, you know,
Same.
when everything closed out, I was like 2 more weeks. If we just mask for 2 weeks, this will stop. And then
Yeah.
like 2 months into it, I'm like, it's getting worse. Like this isn't a 2 week window. We're going on hold, and I'm going to lose my mind if I don't do something with it. So I actually started doing. I did like probably about two or three like streaming shows, like where I was like, I want to do like book shows with people that I know or people that, you know, aren't geographically close to me anymore, people that moved away. So it was like it opened up that opportunity to perform with people across the country, which is nice.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, we did a couple of live streaming shows and those got popular. Then I got flooded with people that, you know, because I would just live stream it straight to Facebook and like straight to YouTube. Um, and then people would be like, "How do I get on that?" And I just got flooded with people sending requests to be on the next one. And then I was like, I don't know how any of these people will do on Zoom, so maybe I should start a mic so I could kind of be like, let's see how this is gonna go. You know, clips from people performing, you know, at open mics in person or on stage doesn't necessarily carry over to Zoom comedy. And
Yeah.
so then yeah, I brought back Fun Simulation on Zoom.
That's really smart, being able to, scout out your talent at the open mic, before potentially using them as a showcase slot. I like that idea. I think that's what we were doing with Hypothetical too.
Yeah, yeah, because we had our mic, and then we also did showcases and stuff like that, so we were able to kind of see the temperature of the room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It
It's a
was it,
wonderful
it was
resource.
crazy though, because like you said, at first you think, all right, everything's gonna be a couple of weeks, we'll be back to normal. I had a show April 1st of that year, and I was like, oh, I'll still be able to do the show. Super excited about it, and yeah, it just didn't happen. Didn't happen, and it ended
Did
up being
it
like
did that show
years.
did it ever get rebooked?
No, it was so here's the thing. It was a yearly competition, right? And it's like competitions are like popularity contests, People bring a lot of
Yeah.
people, they get a lot of votes, they advance. It was my birthday, and between Athena and I, we were both bringing 10 people. Oh no, we both had 5 free tickets each, and we had 10 free tickets, and so we were bringing like 10 people, and I was gonna do good, and I was gonna get all those people to vote for me, and I was gonna advance, but it never happened.
No, that's
I
sad.
know.
Yeah, he
I'm
was
still
so
upset.
ready to cheat the
I'm
system,
still upset
but
about it to
he
this
didn't get a
day. I'm still
chance.
upset about it. I'm still upset about it to this day.
What what was the prize in the competition?
Um, I,
Clout.
yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
was a comedy club. It was a comedy club putting it on.
One day.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never gotten that far to even like get them to even tell me what it was. I
Don't know
never
what
I
I
never
was cheating
advanced past
to
the
win
first
you.
round. It was my one chance.
There was
I
a
think they
there
gave
there
you
was
like
this
a
thing in
hosting
Chicago.
gig or
Yeah, I think
something.
they give you a hosting gig or
Yeah,
something.
guest spot. There was
Yeah,
a
more stuff, more stuff.
there, there was this thing in Chicago between like 2000, I would say 15 and 2018 called Open Mic Fest, which is
Oh,
Oh,
that's
exactly what.
cool.
wow.
And Monty Lamont, he's out in Pasadena now. He started it. Uh and it was just basically like a week where all mics like get like all the mics that want to be part of it, each host like kind of like ranks everyone that went up. So like don't treat it like a mic, but anyone could go up but bring like your A material. And then by like host being the judges voting, pick like the top 10 people to do like a showcase, and then the winner of that got like a spot, you know, at a club or something like that.
Oh, that's
And
really
it went
That's so
cool.
good.
and it went on it went on for like 2 years. Then Monty moved and then handed it off to somebody else. And the person doesn't do comedy anymore, but I think they got like they kind of power trip. They kind of got like mad with power at like open
Oh
mic fest.
yeah.
But it was funny. There was they gave all the hosts these like a folder full of paper, and it was participation certificates. These really formal participation certificates. Whereas like not if you won, just if you did it. Like you could collect them from each mic you went to. And I still have like a
Wow.
stack of like 50 of them from like 2015. So whenever someone is really good at my open mic, I bust it out and I just say that, you know, you won the 2015 open mic fest, because I don't even remember who won it. They probably don't even count.
Oh, that's
Oh
cool. I like
wow.
that concept.
But
That's
yeah,
so
and
fun.
some people like treat some people had it misconceived as being like a bringer show. And one guy came to my mic for it and brought like 20 people, brought like a bus full of drunk people.
Oh
And then
wow.
after and then afterwards he's like, how and then I asked him, and it was mine was the only mic he went to that whole week. So like I would be his only vote. And he was like, look, man, I brought like 20 people with me. Like how do I find like when do I find out if I'm in the finals or whatever? And I was just like, you're not making the finals. Like I saw your set, dude. I'm sorry. Like you're not making like thanks for bringing 20 people to the bar, but this wasn't like a ticket sales type of thing.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
I never saw the thing before. I never saw the guy before or since, but it was really messed up. One of his what he brought like a huge group of people that he knew like from work, so he didn't even know them that well. And some drunk guy knocked into like a we performed in the back room of a bookshop. It was in the storage room of a record store slash bookshop. And some guy down the street just saw a bunch of people. Like he didn't even know what was going on, and he was drunk, and he just wandered in. And then he crashed into a like a bookshelf and knocked something heavy on one of the audience members' heads, and she was bleeding. And we had to like stop the whole show, turn on all the house lights, stop the whole show, bring her to the front, get her to stop bleeding from her head. Then decide like, are we calling an ambulance or is she going home? She was a nurse, so she was like, handling herself. And then the guy who brought all those people didn't go up yet, and he came up to me and he's like, "Are we still doing the show?" I'm like, "There's three
No.
comics left. I don't really want to do this." And he's like, "I brought all these people." I'm like, "All right." So we had to like wait like 30 minutes, clean up blood, and then everyone just saw something horrific, and then put up three
Oh,
comedians
Oh
just to
my
close out the night.
gosh.
And then after
I
that,
bet that didn't kill the mood.
no, yeah. And yeah, because I'm hosting it, so I have to go up there and like try to reset everything when we're like, did someone just die? No, I don't know.
Yeah, how about that thing that just happened, everybody?
That was weird.
Oh man,
Wow.
that is wild.
That's
Yeah,
such a
Comedy
so
fun
shows.
concept though. I like
I
that.
do like the open mic fest idea.
Not
it
the,
is a fun. It is.
getting bludgeoned at a show, but
Yeah, and from that, like I don't like I used to be all for doing shows at like weird, not weird, but like non-typical venues. Like I think it'd be cool to do pop-up shows and whatnot. And ever since that, I'm just like, nope, too much liability. Do it at a
no
venue.
bookstores.
Someone gets hurt. Yeah, someone gets hurt, at least a bar has liability insurance, right?
Yeah,
So
there's not enough bouncers in a bookstore.
no, there's zero bouncers.
Jesus, stop it.
Oh man, that's crazy. Are you producing other shows too besides the fun simulation show?
Yes, I don't do anything regularly, but I do one-offs at the same venue at the same bar. Sometimes if a touring comic's coming through, a lot of times we'll give them the space. So usually once or twice a year we get Sammy Obeid when he's in Chicago to come up and
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yay.
We go
let
way
him
back
do
with
like
Sammy. We go way back with him. San Jose.
nice.
Woo.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like even when someone's touring, it's like they'll be doing a bunch of feature spots or headline spots, but like if they want to do a longer, if they want like we'll give Sammy an hour. Like anyone that like if someone's on tour and they want to do an hour, then it's like come through our place and we'll get people in there and let them do an hour and
That's
I'll just host
awesome.
them.
That's really cool that you have that
Yeah.
ability to just be like, oh, you're coming through town, we'll set up a show.
That's great.
Yeah. And it works pretty well. So I've been doing that. It's a little too much stress to worry about booking Chirping Bird every week on Zoom, and then if I threw like a monthly show on there in person, just too much coordination. I'm it's too much coordination.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. You mentioned Tripping Bird. Tell us about the Tripping Bird show.
It's a good show. Every Monday night at 7 Central, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/comedy hub. So it's part of the KO network of comedy shows that are still streaming. Uh, that's been going steady, I think, since pretty early into COVID. I wasn't the original host. I'm like I think the third host of it. Pratik was hosting it for a while. Pratik Srivastava, Chicago comic that moved to the West Coast, and then
Woo,
Drew
West
Beekler.
Coast.
Yeah, Drew Beekler was running it before Pratik. Drew's out in New York. Uh, So yeah, it's just kind of been passing the baton, but I think I've been doing it for a solid 2 years now.
Oh, that's cool. Every Monday night.
Every Monday night we get about 4 to 5 comics up. And then usually Judah Friedlander closes out with about 45 minutes or so of crowd work and whatnot. So it's
It's a fun
fun to see.
show.
Yeah, it really is a fun
Zoom.
show. I've done it a few times recently. Athena's done it a few
Yeah,
times.
thank you. It's a good setup. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's a really a good group of regular followers. Like each week, there are people that like every Monday for 2 years, the regulars have been tuning in. There's probably about, we get maybe 20 people on the Zoom and about 50 people on Twitch. And then there's usually like 5 or 6 regulars on Twitch and maybe 10 regulars on Zoom. New people in the audience
That's
every week
great.
too. So it's a fun show. It's usually a pretty party atmosphere, good amount
Yeah.
of proper amount of crowd interaction.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So do you have anything that you have like in the works, any projects or anything going on?
Not too much. Just got the new HD webcam. So if you're coming in the
Oh
chirping bird,
yeah, you were telling me
you'll
about
get to see
that.
you'll get to see my face better. Athena, if you didn't see it, I'll show you. I just bought this yesterday, so everyone that's listening is not going to enjoy the difference. And this is
It's
my
exclusive.
this this is what I've used for 2 years. This is how poor the quality
Holy
is.
wow, that's a big
And then,
difference.
Yeah,
and
and
then
he
I
just
bought
bought
this
the new one.
yesterday.
And he
So
didn't realize how awful,
Wow.
how dog shit
Wow.
uh it looked until he made the comparison. It's crazy.
yeah.
Dog shit,
Like
really?
4 years after starting Zoom comedy, I'm like, I'll upgrade. I think this is sticking around.
Yeah, hell yeah. I like it, man. That's such a good upgrade.
Yeah, I mean those are
I
the
gotta
ones.
upgrade my dog shit camera now.
Dog shit.
Yeah, I don't even have my own. I do Chirping Bird and I do everything else on my wife's laptop because during COVID when I was working on, working virtually and doing comedy, multiple nights a week on virtually, uh and then drinking in my house, that all combined to me destroying 2 different laptops.
Oh,
So I was like,
fun.
I'm gonna stop getting these fixed and buying them, and I'm just gonna use my wife's, and then I'll be extra careful because it's not mine.
Yeah,
Uh,
and if you break it, then you're in big trouble.
Dang.
yeah, I was drinking a bunch of Irish whiskey on St. Patrick's Day during a show. Uh, I don't know, sometime in the last 4 years, and I just accidentally dumped the whiskey right into my laptop while I was
Oh.
streaming, and it overheated, and I just left it. And everybody on the Zoom was, left to self-manage and bring up the next person on the list while I found a way to get back online.
You're like telling your wife, I need your laptop, and she's like, nope.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah, because she can't use it, while I'm doing this. So I thank you, Christine, for letting me use your laptop. This is nice to do these virtual shows still. Otherwise, I'd have to use my phone, and I would probably break that pretty quickly too.
So is Fun Simulation no longer online? It's back just in person exclusively.
Yeah, it's just back exclusively in person.
That's cool.
Yeah, during COVID, it was interesting. It was like I think it was like late 2020, early 2021. Places started to reopen. We brought it back in person, and then everybody in the Chicago scene got COVID, and I was like, I don't know, man. No one's being careful enough. I don't want to get it.
Yeah, I
So
think that was
then
everybody
I
everywhere though. 2021 it was like coming back.
Yeah, so we took like a hiatus and went back online for like a few months. And then I think we waited for the vaccines to come out. And then once everyone got vaccinated, then I was like, okay, we can do it in person again.
That's cool. That's cool. What's it like for you going back and forth between the in-person stuff and the Zoom stuff so often?
Um, I like it. The thing with Zoom is especially like hosting a weekly show is it does put more pressure on me, and especially having like a like kind of a consistent following, is it actually is more pressure to be writing more frequently and more often. Like
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
I do try to present new material every week. If I'm just going to mics, I don't necessarily do that. Even hosting my mic, it's like I don't necessarily write new distinct things. So I don't want to stop doing Zoom stuff because it does force me to write more.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because like you said, you have the regulars, right? And those like
Yeah.
20 to 40 people that are there every week. They're not gonna like you if you just come out and tell them the same knock knock joke every week.
Yeah, they'll tell me to write jokes.
Yeah, I can't wait till I see your new
And then
camera.
like,
They're gonna be so happy.
yeah, I gotta keep them happy some way, right? And then
Oh, so
and
crisp,
then
so
like, and
bright.
some of them, oh,
We can
this
see,
guy's
yeah.
way older than we thought.
That's
Doesn't
what he
have that soft focus anymore.
girl. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, what's going on with his beard, man? That is weird and patchy and
That is true
but no,
though,
it's good
because
though.
on the Zoom, you have more of like a worldwide audience in a way, and so for
Mm.
you to keep writing, to kind of entertain them is really good. I agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of what I'll do, like on the weekly show, a lot of it ends up being pretty topical. If you're looking for new material every week, you kind of look at current events and whatnot.
Yeah,
And then it's nice because like if something hits or sticks and it could be more generalizable, then it could become like, a more stable ongoing bit too as well, like in my live comedy.
I like that. It's good to
yeah.
stay sharp.
Yeah. And then like, yeah, even the Zoom audience, even if people are on mute, people will message me and be like, "Oh, that thing you did about that was good. You should keep that." And like people will give me unsolicited, like, "That was good. Keep
Oh,
that."
that's cool though. That's good. At least
I
you kind of know
appreciate
what
it.
hits and what you should focus on and stuff.
What they heard,
What they
what they
heard.
Yeah,
paid attention to.
Yeah.
I was on mute, but good job.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I there was a mic that where people were saying, I don't remember what mic it was, but people were saying, you're not allowed to put LOL in the chat. If you want us to know you're laughing, put your camera on and laugh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
yeah, I like. I mean, and then there's a guy that comes every week named Evil Dave. He never goes off mute. He never goes on camera. But if I mention him, he'll respond in the chat or with like emojis. Like he'll like put up like hearts and smiles. So it's like it's
I
so funny
like
where it's like
that.
Yeah.
you
So
think it's just
he's
someone not there,
there.
but he's there. Yeah, he's there
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
to
The thing about
every week.
Zoom too is that a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't do Zoom because everybody's camera's off and everybody's on mute and this, right?" But it's like, well, how many times have I been in a bar, in front of three people and a bartender?
And they're
Yeah, that's
talking to
true.
each
Right, and
other.
they're talking to each other. Yeah. So I
Yeah, it's
mean,
kind of
it's not that
what
much
I tell people.
different.
Yeah, when I tell people that aren't used to it, I'm like, if people are on mute or whatever, I'm like, you kind of have to treat like to some extent treat it like a one-way broadcast. You
Yeah,
like if
right.
you have to wait for applause. You could wait. I mean, you'll get laughter, applause breaks and whatnot still, but like if you're bringing your live set and anticipating that too much, don't worry. Like it's a broadcast. It's kind of a one way to some extent.
Especially
Mm,
because yours is on Twitch, so who knows? People can see it in like a week or a month or a year.
Yeah.
I
And it's
love
on a
that.
few seconds. Like I pull up the Twitch stream to see what's going on in the chat, just to see if there's if there's any audio issues or anything like that. Just people are like, oh, the sound's out or whatever. So I always keep it up, but they're on like a 5 second delay. But people will type in
Yeah.
the chat, but I'm like, it's hard to tell exactly what part of the joke they were responding to
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
it's on a weird delay.
When I was doing the mic, our mic for a while, I was doing that one online. I was also doing Twitch, and I was using OBS, uh,
Oh
Open
yeah,
Broadcast System, and so you could do like picture little images on the screen and put people's names on there and all these
yeah,
different like bells and whistles for the Twitch, and I really enjoyed doing that. I thought that was super fun.
that is really cool.
Yeah.
We Yeah, one time I started like I like to I don't get too like too artistic with it, but one time someone joined the Zoom and they just had their like a parrot, like a bird on camera. Uh so I spotlit that and then when we went live broadcasting, I just did my set with the parrot on the spotlight as the parrot for like 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh,
Uh
I love it.
That's
and then
hilarious.
it's like I'll do stuff like that or like uh there there's there's kind
Create.
of an ongoing thing with the Twitch people. I love them. If you're a Twitch audience member, I love you. they are into different things than everyone else. They're, they're into different things. Uh, One of the things I found out was a comedian was doing a bit about ankles, and then showed her ankles and feet, and then Twitch just went nuts about like a lady comedian showing her feet. And I was like, please, like, this is not the show we're turning into, is people showing body parts upon request. But then we clarified that you could show your feet on camera to Twitch. You just can't ask for donations to show your feet. But I asked for donations through the whole show. So I'm like, if you like what you see, donate money to the community. And there's no promise that it's going to be showing their feet. Uh, so, uh, but now on Twitch, you could show artistic nudity. So we haven't tested that limit yet. I
Oh
was gonna,
wow. Is that a
my.
new thing that just happened on Twitch?
yeah, there was like a policy change where people were pushing the limits on it. It has
Wow.
to be artistic. Can't, ask for donations for it. So I wanted to do a Happy Nude Year show on New Year's Day with the nude comics, but I totally bailed on that. I was totally wimped out because I don't want to get like the
That's a
comedy
no
hub
for me,
society.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be easier for the male comics to do it,
Yeah, I'm just
because it's just like the chest up.
That's all part of the plan.
yeah,
It's all male comics. It's called Don't Pan
yeah.
Down.
Dope man down. I
Hell
like
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you got that going on Twitch. That's a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun with it actually. So that's cool. That's super awesome.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. Sometimes I question, I'm like, should I still be doing it on Twitch? I'm like, hell yeah, man, this is way too fun.
Yeah, if you got the
It's way
audience, if the audience is there,
Yeah.
then you should do it. If the demand is there, then do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and part of it was like we haven't taken that many days off. If I can't do it, I'll find someone to host and take over
Yeah.
for the week. But then, just due to the holidays being on Mondays, New Year's Day and Christmas Day this year, it was hard to book and it was hard to find. Like the person that normally runs tech was busy, so we took 2 weeks off. Uh, and I was worried. I was like, if I take 2 weeks off, and we've been doing this for like almost 4 years, how will we come back? And we came back good. People missed it and people wanted it. So it's almost like, oh, that was a dry run if we quit. People missed it and they all came back. So I'm gonna keep
Oh
going.
wow, that's exciting.
That's great.
That's exciting. So yeah, people didn't have it for a couple weeks and they missed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
people
so
were messaging me,
validating.
That
is it
is.
coming back? And I'm like, yeah, it's coming back.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have anything anything coming up that you wanted to talk about or promote?
Not too much, just my own show, getting, on I mostly do local bar shows. I should probably try to get into clubs more, but I tend to do back of the room bar shows. So nothing too much to promote. I'm gonna keep exploring, streaming and Twitch as a platform. I do
Yeah.
have a I do have a dream of using the experience there to make more of like a talk show type format, more
Oh,
of a
that'd be
variety
that'd
show.
be fun.
Yeah, I could totally see
I
you
love
as a variety show person.
yeah, and even like some of the shows that we did uh before I brought Fun Simulation online and I was just doing shows, like I was booking them more variety show style. I was booking like musicians and musical comedians and just kind of more alternative type acts. I kind of missed that part of it. So I think, if I explore the streaming venues, trying to go into more of a talk show format. Right before COVID, I was going into public access television in Chicago because
Oh
you can take
wow.
it. I took the classes to be a producer, and you get access to like nice cameras and nice audio equipment and editing stuff, and then you also get like if you wanted to do a live show, you could get access to like an actual studio, but you have to find people to run the cameras and people to like you have to hire a crew basically to
Oh,
do it.
dang.
So that's
Wow.
kind of,
That's cool though
save,
that you kind of started getting into that a little bit.
yeah, saving up for that. I love hosting. I love
Yeah.
like I probably love hosting, virtually or in person almost more than anything. So if anyone needs a host to fill in or anything like that, if you're listening, I really like hosting. don't mind going up first, setting the tone, resetting after comedians. I'm pretty good at memorizing the drink specials. Those are important to me. So if the venue has a drink special that the host has to remind people to do, I'm really good at that as well. So plugging myself out there as a host for hire, I love doing it. I really do.
What's your favorite drink special that you remember?
Mm. Everyone's taking a drink. I mean, Fun Simulation is a really good drink special. It's a shot of Old Crow and a Ham's beer, and it's I think it's I don't know if it's $4 or $5 now. I should probably recheck, but it used to. I know it was $4. I believe it's five now, which is
Nice. Do you say hams?
pretty.
HAMS?
Yeah, Ham's beer
Oh, I
and
used to drink that a lot. Hams beer.
Hams, that's so
yeah,
cute.
and
Yeah.
Old Crow whiskey.
At
Those are the good
Cinnabar.
ones.
Yeah, we always get that at
Wow.
Cinnabar. I don't know why. That's cool. This bar that I used to go to in downtown San Jose.
R.I.P. Cinnabar.
Yeah, RIP. Oh yeah, they burned down or something.
Yeah.
They burned
No,
Oh,
don't
down.
talk about it. Don't talk
oh, sorry.
about
I don't know. There was a fire. Something happened.
Oh
Yeah,
it.
no.
all those little bars. Whatever. That's cool though, man. Can you tell people where they can find the Tripping Bird stuff?
Yeah, Chirping Bird on Twitch, twitch.tv/comedy hub. So you could go and look up probably the last 2 weeks of shows are on there. And then it's streaming. So if you subscribe to that, you'll know when it goes live. I'm in the chat all the time under Fun Simulation is my Twitch handle. And if you want to join the Zoom itself, you could go and sign up for KO Comedy, their email list. You'll get the Zoom from there. There's an Eventbrite. So if you go through KO Comedy, or if you look for, I think Chirping Bird on Facebook as well, or reach out to me on social media as well. I don't even remember my Instagram handle. I should probably have had that handy.
Yeah, you should
So
look that
you
up because
find me
that's the next question. Just FYI.
on Mark Anthony Comedy. Mark Anthony Comedy.
Hell yeah.
Just so you know, I'm not Mark Anthony the singer. Uh, and it's really I'm Mark Hornbeck, and that's completely fine. I changed it during COVID because I changed jobs 4 times, my day job four or 5 times since COVID started. So I didn't want everyone looking to hire me to have like all of my online comedy adventures during COVID coming up as the first thing when they search my name. So I started going by Mark Anthony, but most people at my job, I've been at my job for 2.5 years now. Most people there know I do comedy, so that's completely fine. So, but yeah, that's why I go by Mark Anthony. The fun thing about that is there's a comedian in LA that's probably, from the looks of it, much more successful at comedy than me as far as getting booked on clubs and opening for people. But I get tagged in all of his Facebook and Instagram posts because the producer and we don't look alike. It is a middle-aged African American man. So
Maybe they'll accidentally mail you some of his checks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. How much was the payment again? Yeah, just said, here's my Venmo. Mark Anthony Comedy. Here's my Venmo. This is where you pay me. But yeah, so I'll probably start going by my full name a little bit. But I was watching out one job searching, which that could be a little bit of collision, especially when you're streaming and drinking in your own house and
breaking
producing
laptops.
shows. Yeah, breaking laptops with whiskey. They're like, this guy should not work with computers. Why are we hiring him?
Like, oh, you're in a job interview and they bring up the footage of you breaking the laptop.
Yeah, they're like, did this guy just say he doesn't?
Was this your laptop?
Yeah. Do you own a computer? You're like, no, my wife.
Can we trust you on our equipment, sir?
Yeah,
a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, that's yeah. So that's kind of why I changed it up.
Hell yeah!
But it's fun going directly from Zoom comedy to work Zoom meetings. That's always fun. Sometimes you get loose on the Zoom comedy, then you go into a work meeting and you're like, oh no, this is professional. I can't just be riffing the whole time.
Oh my gosh, when I'm in work meetings on Zoom, I just want to like start telling jokes. I want to like comment on what people are saying and be like, oh man. Yeah, no, you definitely don't do that, but I definitely want to.
My current job had a stand-up comedy club, so there was like by all employees every Monday at like 3 o'clock, there was a Zoom meeting in which people just like workshop material and treated it like a mic, and that was hilarious. Because all of a sudden one day it just disappeared from my calendar, and I don't know what happened. And then I messaged a few people, and they're like, "Yeah, the comedy club can't exist anymore." Because what they would do is we had a comedy club, and they'd go, "Okay, we could find people in the company to MC or to do some material to lighten up, big presentations. Before a big presentation, they'd be like,
Yeah.
we'll just have one of the people come in and maybe give them a little tiny bonus, and they'll do 15 minutes of material. But somebody went out there and did a ton of non-work appropriate material, to the point where they followed up and they're like, there's a comedy club and they're letting people tell these jokes at work.
Oh,
So that got banned.
Ouch.
dang.
So that got
Wow.
banned, sadly. But I did meet some fun people through there that I have booked for other shows.
Oh
I've
wow,
booked
that's cool.
I've booked a few people from Chirping Bird and met them in person now. Daniel Guan. Uh, I think he's out in the Bay Area. He was out in Massachusetts. He was out in the
I don't
Boston
think I
area.
know. I don't think I know that person.
Yeah, he came through
That's
Chicago. I
cool.
met him. Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's cool. That's cool. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
You want to plug your social media? I think you just did, but
Yeah, Mark Anthony Comedy at on Instagram is a good way to see. I should probably promote Chirping Bird on there. I pretty much just say whether my open mic is happening or not. I should probably plug my shows on there too. But yeah, follow me on there. I'll start using it more. On Facebook, I'm Mark Anthony. I think I show up probably before the other comedian that goes as Mark Anthony. I'm the white one. If you're looking for it, I'm the white one.
you're the one
You
that's
can
gonna get
add
a
me.
cease and desist in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I'm the one that's gonna have to change my name on there again.
Yeah.
Is what's going on. But yeah, follow me on there and if you're interested in checking out Chirping Bird, check out Comedy Hub and KO Comedy. You can just Google those.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, they do a lot of good stuff.
Oh
KOComedy.com.
yeah.
You can find me at Funky Sam Medina across the board.
And I am at She Shines for You, all spelled out, no numbers.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.